Hello, faith leaders, and welcome to Breaktime. Psalm 22, verse 20 says this: "Deliver me from the sword, my precious life from the power of the dogs." Deliver me. What does deliverance mean in your world? How practical is that word? How is it living out to the place that you need God to become your deliverer? And for you, it may look different than what it looked like for David, and obviously what it looked like from Jesus' perspective, the suffering that he went through. But sometimes we put ourselves in situations that, are not the most favorable situations, and then we call out to God to deliver us from those places. And so where is your place? That place where you say, if God can't do this, I can't do it on my own. I need his deliverance living in and through me. And here's the cool thing about what Jesus did for us. He says, I've been crucified with Christ, and I no longer live, but now Christ lives within me. And so my ways, my flesh has been nailed to the cross along with the flesh of Jesus Christ, where the things that my flesh wants, I love the way that Paul says it. Why do I do the things I don't want to do, and the things I do want to do, I don't do? And it's because this flesh thing is crying out to you. But remember this, flesh can't speak unless it's been given an audience to speak to. Your flesh can't dictate to you your steps ahead unless you obey it. And the more we obey the flesh, the worse it gets, the more it cries out. And so we get ourselves in places that we know we shouldn't be in. We're entangled in it. And all of a sudden, we need deliverance from this situation. Deliver me from, and maybe it's purposeful, maybe it's not. Maybe, bad things have happened to you and you need deliverance out of it. But when I think of deliverance, I think of a hold that the enemy might have on us, that the only way we can find the relief that we need is if God intervenes and delivers us out of it. Okay, there is power that you and I have that lives within us. This passage just says, I've been crucified with Christ and I no longer live, but now Christ lives in me. But we need to rely upon that delivering power of who Jesus says he is, and allow his power to speak so clearly that whatever we're bound to, that we need to be delivered out of, he's the one that's going to have to come to the rescue. He's the one that's going to have to shut the mouth of the evildoers in our life that are speaking to us in ways that are bringing us into places of bondage, because of one thing after another. Maybe it's fear, maybe whatever it may be. What do you need to be taken out of? And maybe God has already rescued you from it, through your identity and who he is in you, but you keep going back to it. You keep listening to the mouths of the evils, and you're participating with it, not actively, but just in your mind and in your emotions. And so God wants to say, let me rescue